Adhyakshji. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to oppose the sustainable harnessing and advancement of nuclear energy for transforming India, alias the Shanti Bill 2025. This bill seeks to repeal two seminal legislations, Mr. Speaker, sir. The Atomic Energy Act of 1962 and the Civil Liability for Nuclear Damages Act 2010 and replace it with a new architecture. Since the Honourable Minister, in his introduction, chose to speak about the history of India's nuclear program, allow me to spend 5 minutes recapping as to how did we get to this point. It was India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who pioneered India's nuclear quest. On the 3rd of August 1948, he set up the Atomic Energy Commission, which was anchored by the legendary scientist, the late Dr. Homi Bhabha. On the 3rd of January 1954, it was the Nehru government which set up the Atomic Energy Establishment in Trombay. And on the 12th of January 1967, after the very tragic demise of late Dr. Homi Bhabha in a plane crash, AI 101 went into Mont Blanc, the mountain, on the 24th of January 1966. The Atomic Energy Establishment in Trombay was dedicated in his name and renamed as the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. India's nuclear program till about the late 60s or even the early 70s was a peaceful quest. But it was on the 18th of May 1974 that Prime Minister, late Mrs. Indira Gandhi, carried out the first peaceful nuclear explosion. The test was called the Smiling Buddha, and the Buddha did indeed smile. And it would be important here to recap that Bangladesh 1971, the peaceful nuclear explosion of 1974, and then the incorporation of Sikkim into India in 4 years, Mrs. Gandhi had changed the geopolitical map of South Asia and put India on the nuclear stage globally. However, when a nation takes bold steps, it comes with a consequence. And India's peaceful nuclear explosion came with the consequence that the P5 nations, those who had established the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty in 1967, came together and formed the Nuclear Suppliers Group, but also called the London Club. And interestingly, these were about 14 countries which went across the Cold War divide, the East Bloc and the West Bloc. And the only objective of the Nuclear Suppliers Group or the London Club was to deny India access to nuclear technology. On the 11th and the 13th of May 1998, Prime Minister Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, late Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, carried out India's second series of nuclear tests, but the sanctions against India only tightened after that, despite the Jaswant Singh Strobe Talbot dialogue, which went across a couple of continents at that point in time. Finally, it fell to a UPA government under the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh to break that nuclear apartheid. And it was in the July of 2005 that the Indo-US nuclear deal was initiated. On the 18th of August 2008, the India-IAE Safeguards Agreement was signed. On the 6th of September 2008, India got a waiver from the Nuclear Suppliers Group, and we've not got that waiver after that till now. It has been over 17 years, and we've not got membership of the Nuclear Suppliers Group. And finally, on the 10th of October 2008, the Indo-US Civil Nuclear Deal, also called the 123 Agreement, was signed. And ironically, while Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh's government was trying to break nuclear apartheid, जो परमाणु रंग भेद नीति थी, उसको जब तोड़ने का प्रयास किया जा रहा था, हमारे परम मित्र जो उस तरफ बैठे हैं, उन्होंने क्या किया? वो 23 जुलाई 2008 को उस सरकार के खिलाफ, जो भारत की परमाणु रंग भेद से जो पीड़ित था, उसको तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, उनके खिलाफ इस सदन में अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लेके आए। It is important that you reflect on your own conduct. When the UPA government was trying to break India's nuclear isolation and nuclear apartheid, you brought a vote of no confidence against that government. It's another matter that no confidence motion was defeated 275 to 256 with 11 abstentions. Now let me, अरे इतिहास तुमको समझाना बहुत जरूरी है. History is very important because you people tried to derail India's nuclear program. You tried to derail India's nuclear program. You were an impediment in breaking India's nuclear apartheid. That's a history that you should not forget. That's a history you should not forget. You covered yourself with ignominy. आपने भारत का जो परमाणु ट्रैजेक्टरी थी, उसको डिरेल करने की कोशिश की राजनीतिक कारणों से. अध्यक्ष जी, प्लीज एड्रेस द चेयर. इनको बिठाइए. लेट द हाउस बी इन ऑर्डर. लेट द हाउस बी इन ऑर्डर. लेट द हाउस बी इन ऑर्डर. सर, सच्चाई कड़वी होती है अध्यक्ष जी.
I will be giving opportunity to you to
अध्यक्ष जी,
let him come.
सच्चाई कड़वी होती है. Now let me.
Please now, please.
Now, Mr. Chairperson, sir. अरे तो शुरुआत आ गई, अनुराग जी जरा बैठ जाइए. Now let me, Mr. Chairperson, sir, come to the merits of this bill. Now, government has brought the present bill to open up the civilian nuclear sector to private participation. Clause 3-1-C of the bill. There is speculation that government wants to bring in 49% to 100% foreign direct investment into the sector. What strikes me as very strange, Mr. Chairperson, sir, that a conglomerate which has built an empire on leased public assets announces its intent to enter the nuclear energy sector in late November 2025, and in December 2025 we have this bill. Is it a coincidence that the Adani group of companies announces its intent to participate in the civilian nuclear sector, and within a month we have this bill in the House? Is it a coincidence? I'm merely raising a question. I'm not imputing any motives. I am not insinuating anything. I am merely...
One second, please. Honorable Minister, sir.
Mr. Chair, I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding. The minister can reply when he has to. No, I am not yielding. No, I am not yielding. No, I am not yielding.
The Honorable Speaker asked me to be brief and not to touch upon the salient features of the bill.